I went to a mid-sized university in New England, tucked between mountains and dense woods. It wasn't huge, but it had that old colonial charm, red brick buildings, winding trails, and a creepy amount of history. I stayed on the north side of campus, the quieter area. That's also where the older dorm buildings were, the ones people always said were haunted. I never believed that stuff. One night, after a long week of midterms, I just needed a break. Most people had gone home for the weekend, and campus felt pretty dead. I wasn't in the mood for a party, and only one friend of mine was around. We decided to do something low-key. We grabbed some snacks, a Bluetooth speaker, and walked up to this spot on campus we liked, an abandoned tennis court that no one used anymore, buried behind the old science building. It was quiet up there. No lights, no cameras, just cracked asphalt and nature creeping back in. We sat on one of the old benches, played some music, and just talked. At some point, I looked up and saw fog rolling down from the trees behind the court. It was strange. There hadn't been any fog earlier. It moved fast too, like unnaturally fast. My friend noticed it too. We brushed it off at first. Weather in New England is weird. But something felt off. Then the music cut out. Our speaker disconnected for no reason. No low battery warning, no glitches, just silence. We tried turning it back on, but it was dead. We laughed it off, pretending it wasn't eerie. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, crunching leaves and twigs. Not behind us, but off to the left. The edge of the woods. I looked in that direction and saw nothing. Just trees and fog. But the sound was clear. Someone was there. We called out. "Hey, you good?" No answer. More footsteps. But this time from the opposite direction. There was no wind, no animals, no campus security around. We were completely alone. It was like the forest was surrounding us. We decided to leave. We packed up quickly and started heading back down the narrow trail that led to the main campus. The fog was thicker now, like you couldn't see more than a few feet ahead. That's when we both heard it, laughter. But it wasn't right. It sounded distant but close at the same time. High-pitched, like someone trying to mimic a child. It echoed, even though there were no walls for it to bounce off of. We sped up. As we moved, we kept hearing crunching all around us, on both sides. Branches snapping, leaves shifting. Then suddenly, silence. Not even insects. We stopped walking and stood still, listening. I wish we hadn't. From deep in the fog, I saw a shape. A figure. Just standing there. Not moving. It was tall, too tall. Shoulders hunched. No face I could make out. Just a silhouette. My heart dropped. My friend saw it too and whispered, "Go." We ran. The trail curved and twisted, but we knew it well enough. We didn't stop until we hit the pavement near the back entrance of our dorm. We looked back. Nothing. No figure. No fog. But it didn't end there. That night, I had the worst sleep of my life. I woke up around 3 a.m. to the sound of someone dragging something across the floor in the hallway. Like something heavy. I thought maybe it was the custodian, but that didn't make sense at that hour. I opened the door a crack and peeked out. The hallway was dark. Then, I saw movement. At the far end of the hall, near the stairwell, something ducked into the shadows. I didn't see what it was, but I slammed my door shut and locked it. The next morning, I asked around. No one else heard anything. No janitors had been working overnight. I was shook, but maybe I was just paranoid from the woods. But then, my friend texted me. He said he woke up at 3:02 a.m., same time as me, and saw someone standing outside his window. On the second floor. His window faces the back courtyard. There's no ledge. No tree nearby. Nothing someone could have climbed. He didn't sleep after that. We both agreed we weren't going back to the tennis courts. Ever. A few days later, I was walking past the old science building in broad daylight. I noticed something carved into the back wall, something I swear hadn't been there before. A circle, with 3 slashes through it. It was burned into the brick, like someone used a torch. And right underneath, someone had written in marker, "Don't come back." I took a picture of it. But when I checked my phone later, it was gone. The image was just a black screen. After that, strange stuff kept happening. Doors slamming in empty buildings. Lights flickering in rooms that hadn't had power in years. One time, I walked past the campus chapel and heard a full organ playing inside. The chapel's been closed since the pandemic. No power. No access. I started avoiding that side of campus altogether. The university never talked about any of it. No emails. No alerts. Nothing. But every so often, someone would mention something weird happening, always near that building. Always at night. Eventually, I transferred out. Not just because of this, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't part of the reason. That place. I don't know. It felt wrong. Like something old was watching. Waiting. I still have dreams about it. About the fog. The laughter. That symbol on the wall. Sometimes I wake up and swear I hear footsteps outside my door, even now, even miles away. I don't tell this story often. Most people laugh it off or say I was just high or tired or drunk. But I wasn't. I know what I saw. What we felt. And if you ever find yourself on a quiet college campus with trails leading into the woods, don't go wandering too far after dark. Some places weren't meant to be explored. And some things don't like being disturbed.